Well, independent researcher and journalist Janice Kortkamp joins us now via satellite from...
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. The story of Ruth and Naomi is a beautiful picture of the way that the relationship of the church to Israel could be. The way that the relationship of the church to Israel should be. And as we look at the story, we're going to look at why God desires that Gentile Christians, that's for most of us, almost all of us, that's you and me. Gail, who read the lesson, is a Jewish Christian, Jewish believer in Jesus. But for all the Gentile Christians, I believe God is calling us to become like Ruth to Naomi. That we would have that same unconditional love, that same devotion for Israel that Ruth had for Naomi. And in this message, I acknowledge my debt to Jack Hayes. Now, that sentiment, that picture of Ruth clinging to Naomi is often preached as a picture of the love that the follower of Christ should have for his Messiah. And that is true. That's an awesome picture of how we should love Jesus. But this morning, what I want to focus on is how this is an awesome picture also of how the church, the Gentile church, should love the Jewish people and should love Israel. Because we, the Gentile church, remember, as the Apostle Paul taught us, we are not the root. We have been grafted into the root that is God's original chosen people, the Jews, the people of Israel. Every Christian should make the Jews a priority in our value system because God has made the Jews a priority in His value system. You see, you remember in our gospel lesson for today, Jesus is talking to the Samaritan woman, and He tells her that salvation is from the Jews. And yet, it's like we have amnesia. We seem to have forgotten that God still has a plan, still has a purpose for the Jewish people and for the land of Israel. And those two are inextricably linked in the Scriptures. Now, I do agree that the church is a type of Israel. And then indeed, we are spiritual Israel. And that God has indeed chosen the church to be His people. But listen to me carefully now. God has never rescinded the promises that He made to the Jewish people. It's not in the Scriptures. He hasn't rescinded His promises to them for the land of Israel, nor His covenant promises to them to be the people